back to the second game of this doubleheader here at Ed Burns Arena. First game of the doubleheader, we had both of the girls programs for Arlington and Belmont play National Women and Girls in Sports Day. Will be Belmont taking the win 5-2, first game of that doubleheader. Happy for those of you who joined us for that one, and for those of you that are just joining us for this game, which will be the boys' side of this same matchup. And for this matchup, as was the case on the girls' side, it was a doubleheader January 7th. Girls, it was Belmont 5-0, and on the boys' side, a similar matchup, except it was Arlington as the favorites. They won 6-0 on that January 7th game. Currently sitting at 11-4 overall. Just had a 5-game winning streak snapped against number 8, Tewksbury. That's number 8, the Globe's most recent ranking. The semis of the Ed Burns Coffee Pot tournament. And similarly, Belmont taking a tie versus Concord Carlisle as in the consolation game of the Ed Burns Coffee Pot tournament. With both teams on their respective blue lines, we will hand things over to the PA announcer here at Ed Burns Arena, who will play the national anthem. Conclusion of the national anthem. Both teams ready to play. 15 minutes on the clock. Belmont going to put a fight here at Ed Burns Arena. Currently sitting at 3-10-2, 3-7-1 in Middlesex League play. Arlington taking one last circle around before the Spy Ponders head to their bench. With the exception of Chris DiPlacido, he'll be starting in goal. As both teams put their starters out on the ice. And on the other side of, on the other goal for the Marauders, it'll be Quinn Harrington, the captain. Senior, as and the opening face-off, both teams hitting their sticks against their respective benches. Nolan Russell taking it against Thomas Courtney from the Marauders. It'll be Arlington winning that one. Will immediately work to behind Harrington. Puck trying to work up the near side with Sean Gallagher. Work around the boards. Arlington will come up with it, try to get it into the neutral zone, and taken away. And deciding to slow things down would be Nolan Russell. working it back. Will Mahoney, an awkward pass, nearly very costly for an opportunity for Belmont as Russell gets across, working his way in. Is Armin Vartanian. Works back out to the blue line. Cam Deasy. Be cleared back. DiPlacido forced to make a stop. Cam Deasy trying to pass it up the near side. The puck pops up right in front of the Arlington bench. They'll have the play blown dead. 13:50 to go. So just over a minute passed here in the first period. Jack Hughes here with ACMi Sports. The second game of the doubleheader. No score yet. As the puck slides in Arlington zone. We have Sean Patterson trying to work his way up. Makes a nifty move to get off of Kai Oshie. A huge check along the boards. Coming in from Miles Garver. The larger Drew Beck of Arlington. Puck now pinned along the boards, recovered by the Marauders. Lee Patterson able to flick it back in for a line change for Arlington. An attempted check. Slides off of Rafael Marquez. Arlington trying to work it along the boards. They are cycled near the blue line and Evan Sparks. Puck will eventually be put down. Another flick into the Arlington zone by Nicholas Iannelli. A turnover. Arlington trying to work the break. And Casey Hughes has it taken away. Sparks now with it behind DiPlacido. Gets it up to Evan Rabb. Rabb trying to work it up the near side, but has it blocked by Michael Rowan of Belmont. Sparks and Rabb. Rabb gets checked into the boards by Jacob Kerwin. Will be flicked by Casey Hughes all into Belmont zone. We have the play blown dead. 12 minutes to go in the first period. And we have our first power play of the game as James Lemieux of Belmont will head to the penalty box. I believe that one was for cross-checking. Off the face-off. Be Belmont. Recovering to Sparks. Now it's Russell. Is back. Sparks with blue line. Fire that one with some velocity. Cam Petrillo be recycled. Now back to Petrillo. Far side. Sparks. He fires it. Nearly redirected by Beck. Arlington trying to work it back out. Nearly clear opportunity from Gabriel Kamujian. Just about a minute 15 left in this power play. Arlington looks for Petrillo, but he's double teamed. Gets it to Russell. Now back to Petrillo on the quick handoff. Sean Patterson checked along the boards. And Belmont able to clear it all the way back to DiPlacido, who will drop it off for Sparks. Sparks taking his time, contested by Thomas Courtney. Now Belmont on the break. Russell, Petrillo, fires one high. Will bounce off the glass, go off the far side boards. Getting it to Russell now. Crosses center ice, crosses blue line. And Russell off the pads of Harrington. And with 26 seconds left in the power play, they have a whistle blown. And face off in the neutral zone. Lemieux still 26 seconds left in the box. Face-off contested. Eventually cleared to behind DiPlacido by Belmont. It'll be Will Mahoney trying to work up the far side. He gets past one defender. Nearly gets past two. The puck slides free. Slapped away by Harrington. Will be an effective penalty kill for the Marauders. And Arlington nearly an opportunity right in front of Harrington by Ruben William. The puck goes high. The Arlington trying to put the pressure on, keep things in Belmont's zone. And they do for now with William. William trying for a centering pass. Another shot goes high. Comes awkwardly off the stick. The same as Sullivan, who comes off, replaced by Dylan DiNucci. But on the break, Coyote has one blocked. Contested by Dylan Sweeney. Now Arlington going the other way with some speed. Dylan Courtney fires it along the boards. Will be recovered by Sweeney. Sweeney tries to center one, bounces off the glass. Will be Belmont trying to work it along the boards, far side. Arlington sends it the other way. Pass center ice. Gets onto the stick of Gabriel Kamuja. Oh my goodness. Off the post, DiPlacido comes out, slaps it away. Nearly another opportunity right in front of the Arlington goalie. The first score of the game. 8:20 left in the first period. Spy Ponders working from behind DiPlacido. Nearly another turnover. Now Sweeney looking up. But DiNucci has a pass intercepted. Be slapped along the boards. DiPlacido stops it. And gets it to Cam Deasy. Deasy will move the puck along the boards all the way to the other end of the ice. And Belmont will try a break, but comes awkwardly off the stick of Cam Burns. And turned over, Sparks. We are over halfway through the first period of action. Attempted cross-ice pass, stopped. And a shot coming in, blocked away by DiPlacido. Attempted check from Miles Garver. Glances off. Armin Vartanian, 7:11 to go in the first. Whistle blows. Clock stops. And Spy Ponders will take an opportunity. A full set of substitutions. We have face-off in the Belmont zone. Drew Beck taking this one. Puck trapped along the boards, far side. Won by Arlington. Eventually, is Kamuja unable to just slap it in the Arlington zone. Spy Ponders working with some speed on the stick of Beck. Who loses it. Goes cross ice. Now Sparks shoots one in. Off the rebound. Scrum right in front of goal. Puck's free. And is scored by Sean Patterson, but blown dead beforehand. So score will remain at 0-0. 6:39 to go in the first. DiPlacido taking the time on the other end to stretch his legs. The puck still in the Belmont zone. Face-off taken by Nolan Russell. And Courtney immediately off and scored! Armin Vartanian swooping in. And immediately off the face-off, just a missile. The top right corner, Arlington leads 1-0. Face-off won by Arlington as well. Sparks will look up the ice for Petrillo. And Petrillo tries to keep it moving. It'll be Sparks off the loose puck as his shot blocked. And Belmont try and work from inside their own zone, and they do. Belmont moves the speed the other way, looking for a potential opportunity in front of goal for Sean Gallagher, who goes past everyone. Under 6 minutes. Russell with some nifty stick handling nearly gets past 2 defenders. But instead it's Gallagher making the stop. A full line change as Cam Petrillo trying to play one-man defense. And in a way succeeds, as it's now with Arlington trying to move things past center ice. Pass blocked. And puck worked around to the far side. Spy Ponders with some speed the other way. Dylan DiNucci spinning off a potential check. Pass, blocked, shot. Will bounce off a few defenders. Casey Younes skating back the other way. 5 minutes to go. Arlington leading 1-0. Now they have it behind their own goalie. Deasy trying to bounce one off the boards. Younes gets it. Working with some speed. That one blocked. Harrington being forced to stand up to make that stop. Puck. Now with Evan Rabb. Battle along the boards. Puck pinned. And recovered out to Younes. Younes circles around. Gets back to the blue line. Shot. Blocks off the pads. And it's Jake Kennedy nearly keeping the puck alive for Arlington. Will be Belmont, though, swatting it to the other end of the ice. Will be for an icing. So still an opportunity for Arlington to extend their lead. 4:07 to go in the first. Ruben William wins the faceoff. Arlington working with some intensity with their zone time. Recycled out. It'll be Dylan Courtney. This puck pinned along the boards. Ruben William nearly getting to it. And it looks like we have a penalty potentially. 3:42 to go. So Arlington had an opportunity on the power play. Now Belmont will do the same as it's Ruben William that is the penalty box. 2 minutes. We Thomas Courtney from Belmont taking the face off. We won Arm Vartanian and the Spy Ponders. Armin Vartanian trying to swoop in, make a play as Harrington had the puck. It'll be cleared back. Drew Beck looking to get things to the near side, and Sparks. 2 Spy Ponders, 2 Marauders with the puck pinned along the near side boards. Awkward shot by John Connolly. Will be trapped by DiPlacido. Few subs coming on. Petrillo as well as Russell. 3:09 to go. Minute 28 left in the William penalty. Face-off 1 to Sparks. and cleared all the way to the other end of the ice. Russell trying to pursue. The Belmont going the other way with Cam Burns. Sparks will get the loose puck from the near side. Looking for a pass up to Petrillo. It's stolen away. Shot blocked by Sparks. And lofted up high into the Belmont zone. Belmont making a few subs. Working it into the neutral zone. With throw-in. Russell trying to pursue a loose puck, but it gets onto the stick of Courtney. Now with Garver. Garver looking cross ice, gets Peter Fotis. Fotis surveys. There's a teammate on the blue line, Garver. Garver back to Fotis. Shot blocked, rebounded, and Russell going the other way. Russell with some space, tries to get his own pass, slides, goes wide. A little out of position for that one. But Arlington will kill the penalty as the coaching staff saying, hold it. Make sure you can get back to even strength, and they do. Effective penalty kill, minute 34 and counting down. Arlington leading 1-0. The Marauders in the other way. Gallagher moving with some intensity. Will be a whistle blown. Will be for offsides. Neutral zone face-off. Casey Younes and Fotis. Puck stays right near where it started before being slapped back to Sparks. And now Mahoney. Marauders will cause the turnover. Rafael Marquez trying to work it up the near side. We won to Sparks by Arlington. A couple taps, a couple loose pucks, and whistle blown as Mahoney tried to make a move. Split two defenders. 56.2 remaining in the first. As a full line change comes through for the Spy Ponders. And frustration coming through the Belmont side. Arlington slaps it along the boards, makes a full trip around. Sparks looks for Beck, off the rebound and gloved. Vartanian looking for another goal similar to his first, where he's just swooping in off the rebound. No dice as Harrington would fully cover that one up. Beck against Courtney. Won by Courtney. And Belmont will work from behind Harrington. A slap shot coming from Kamujian. Was well wide. Approaching 20 seconds. Blue line shot. Off the rebound, goes wide. Kamujian trying off the rebound, and another shot coming in. This one from Burns. But DiPlacido stands strong. Despite an ending flurry from the Marauders, the game stays 1-0 Arlington through the first period. So we will step aside for the first intermission here in just a moment. Well, I hope you stay tuned for the second period of action at Ed Burns Arena. Second game of the doubleheader. Arlington leading 1-0. Welcome back to Ed Burns Arena. Getting ready for the second period of action. Both teams out on the ice. Arlington currently leading 1-0. The goal, even strength by Armin Vartanian. Off a rebounded shot in the first period. Both teams had an opportunity at the power play. Neither converted. Both goalies making some good saves. Harrington on the side of Belmont and DiPlacido for Arlington Making a number of key saves near the end. A flurry, 3 in the span of about 45 seconds. As the Spy Ponders have their first line of the second period out. Waiting for Michael Roan, one of the captains of Belmont, to skate off the ice. And now the first line of the Marauders coming out. It'll be Sean Gallagher alongside Gabriel Kamushian. And taking the face-off, Thomas Courtney will win it for the Marauders. Now working into the neutral zone. Puck drops down for Kamushian. Looking for a centering pass. Here's Courtney. Arlington able to get the turnover. Petrillo working over to Patterson. And now Russell. Russell gets it to Vartanian. And Marauders will get the turnover. They decide to just scoot one in. DiPlacido taps it off. And we have Vartanian going the other way. Centering pass, Petrillo bounces off the pads. Petrillo getting it off the rebound, circles in, and tries to scoot one through. The tiniest of gaps. Harrington stays strong. They'll make Kyoshi going the other way. Belmont deciding to just clear, go for a line change. Arlington will work from behind. We have Patterson, centering pass, shot scored! An excellent play for Arlington. It's now 2-0 in favor of the Spy Ponders. Face off, one back to Arlington. Now Beck trying to make it 2. Yeah, Sean Patterson on the assist. We have Arlington trying for an opportunity. A couple rebounds right in front of goal. They are recycled back out to Sweeney. Now Beck trying to circle in. Has it swatted away. And puck will ride along the boards. For Beck. Now over to Patterson. Patterson circles, surveys. Gets it over, shot Deasy. No good, gloved by Harrington. .12:36 to go in the second. Arlington having doubled up their lead. Face off will stay with the Spy Ponders. Well, puck slides all the way to the other end. No icing. And Will Tasmer with some velocity is up to Evan Rabb. Rabb circles back. Puck looking over for Younes, but tapped away by Rowan. Shot coming in, Rabb. Blocked away. Comes onto the stick of Jack O'Connor. Goes up, gets it to Younes. Willie over. Shot goes wide. Dylan DiNucci, an opportunity. Another shot from Rabb. Again off the pads. When DiNucci checked into the boards by Rowan. Puck will stay with Arlington in center ice. before being cleared along the boards for a line change. Marauders trying to take advantage. Rowan trying for another check. It's Courtney going the other way. Shot comes in, fires, rebound, and squirts in. Oh my goodness! Arlington makes it 3-0. Off the little roller. It'll be Courtney giving the high fives. His teammates on the bench. 11:07 to go in the second. With both teams headed to their respective benches. They have a timeout on the play. Arlington, a 3-0. Dylan Courtney just taps one through. Quinn Harrington doing his best Qui-Gon Jinn impression. DiPlacido taking a knee on the other end. Arlington trying to bounce back after that loss in the semis in the Ed Burns Coffee Pot Tournament to Tewksbury. Currently number 5 on the most recent Globe poll for boys hockey, number 6 on the most recent Hockey Night in Boston poll. That Hockey Night Boston poll taking into account the 2 most recent games, including Arlington's 4th loss to Tewksbury. Both teams back out on the ice. Arlington winning the ensuing face-off. Clearing all the way. Finds DiPlacido. Now Courtney checked. Puck comes loose. Courtney recovers. Puck still far side on the boards. Worked into the neutral zone temporarily, but fired back. DiPlacido forced to shoulder check the puck away. Pass comes off the boards for taking a ride near side to far side. This one taken by Miles Garver. And then by Sparks, causing the turnover. Sparks trying to bounce one off to Russell and Vartanian. Vartanian with some speed. He takes a dive, as well as Garver for Belmont. Pass back, Sweeney, and get things back into Belmont's zone. The Marauders trying to get it back. They do. Another clear this time by Garver. So it'll be Russell with some speed. Far bar down! Flicks one through, it's 4-0! Spy Bonders speeding away with this one! Russell with just inches of space. Gets the wrister through. Harrington not ready to reach that top shelf. And puck will go out of bounds within a few seconds of play restarting. 9:34 now in the second. Spy Ponders well on pace to match their 6-goal performance that they had last time these two teams faced. The Tasmer trying to fire things alongside or up the far side boards. The Belmont trying to do the same on the near side. Will it be Beck taking the loose puck to the far side, 2 defenders around him, and taken by Harrison Barmack. Beck will recover, Fires one off the side. Off the rebound. Arlington attempts to recycle. And after a few checks, puck will come loose. Goes cross ice. And be another ride along the boards. Recovered by Rab. And now crossing. So Arlington going. Yunes attempting to circle a pass back around for Patterson. So he'll be going the other way. Nicholas Yanelli. Turn it over. Rab taps one off. Rab gets it back. Now Danucci. Tries for a centering pass to Rab. Cycle all the way back. Mahoney. And a little scrum right in front of goal. Danucci getting into it with Miles Garver. And as a result of that play, it will be Danucci heading to the box for 2 minutes. So a 7:55 to go in the second. We have power play for Belmont. Marauders still looking to get on the board. Ensuing faceoff will be won back by Belmont. Faceoff circle shot comes in and scored off the rebound. Just an 11-second power play as Cameron Burns heads up hockey, taps one up and through. So Belmont avoids the shutout, which was the outcome that game January 7th. Belmont trying to take advantage of the momentum. Another shot. This one gloved. Kamusian had some space. Decided to take a chance. And DiPlacido make the save. Face off in the Arlington zone. And Spy Ponders will get it cross ice. Bouncing off the boards. Immediately Russell circles around. Sure! Armin Vartanian able to redirect the centering pass and gets through Harrington yet again. That's Vartanian's second goal of the game. Had one in the first period. Vartanian taking advantage of those opportunities. First came off the rebound. Second came off an excellent centering pass from Nolan Russell. Great assist there. It's now 5-1. Approaching 7 minutes as Vartanian gets the puck. Tries to sneak a pass through 2 defenders to Russell. So that'll be tic-tac-toed all the way over to DiPlacido on the other end. Arlington on the break. Looking for Petrillo. Vartanian tries to settle it down with his hands. Eventually we'll get to the stick of Sparks. Sparks looking up. Gets Russell. Russell trying for a tap handoff. Unsuccessful, but gets it right back. Russell with some space. Gets it up to Petrillo. Petrillo. Pinned along the boards. And puck will come to Mahoney. Now Sparks. And Petrillo. Now one go wide after a block. Vartanian lofts it, looking for Petrillo. Gets it back off the loose puck. Recycled back to the blue line. Will be Deasy. Petrillo parallel to goal, looking for a centering pass. No one there to meet it. But Petrillo staying in the play. Blocks Peter Fotis' attempted pass. And another opportunity right in front of goal. Rebounded. Yeah, on the recycle for Arlington. Tic-tac-toe, Petrillo has it blocked well before getting to goal. Centering, goal! Centered up by Ruben William, keeping it on the stick. And the Spy Ponders pour it on here at Ed Burns Arena. Looking to reassert themselves after having their 5-game win streak broken. 6-1. Puck parallel to DiPlacido. Arlington working it up. Yoon spins around. Tries to work past 2 defenders, not able to. Will be Belmont and Sebastian Gaffey going the other way. Taken by Tasmer. Couple of back and forth from Jack O'Connor now has it. Gets it off to Tasmer. Looking up for Rab, but gets past him. And goes all the way to the other end. No icing call. It'll be Liam Tierney having it picked away. Evan Rab crosses ice. Marister goes high and wide. Recovered by O'Connor for being pinned along the boards. Out to Yoons. Now Tasmer. Centers up for William. That one off the leg pads. Recycled out to O'Connor. Tasmer. Redirected by Williams. Evan Rad trying to settle it. Another shot. And another save for Quinn Harrington. 4:15 to go in the second. Arlington staying in the Belmont zone. Still peppering Harrington with shots. Looking to keep their foot on the pedal despite the 5-goal lead. Face-off will be won by Belmont. And Sean Gallagher trying for an attempt to get things back under control for Belmont. Marauders circle back out. Attempted a centering pass looking for Gallagher. Puck now behind DiPlacido. Kamujian testing the puck. And the Arlington eventually settling it down with Kennedy. Kennedy, Patterson. Some physical defense there from John Connolly. They attempted to clear back, but stopped quickly by Marquez. Now Arlington work quickly into the neutral zone. Now Arlington zone. Another shot scored! Seamus Sullivan getting into scoring action. So in under 30 minutes of hockey, Arlington has not only matched, but surpassed their 6-goal performance at Belmont, their first game at Skip Vigliarolo Rink. (7-1) Spy Ponders. 6 of them here in the second period. Under 3 minutes to go. Sullivan. Still with intensity. Courtney. And along the board, Sullivan trying to get in on it as well. They'll be worked back out. Courtney has it picked away. Rowan. Contested well by Sweeney. Shot comes off the pads and off the glove of DiPlacido. And another shot. Another glove. This one fully swallowed up as Rowan showing a little bit of frustration. 2:26 to go in the second period. Belmont some of their better chances at getting their second goal. Face off, we're back to the blue line. Attempted shot, centers it up, but no dice for Brendan Courtney. Puck right in front of DiPlacido, but no one there to try and redirect it. So it'll be Rab getting it off the turnover. Skates past center ice, makes the defender fall, but immediately turns it over to that same defender, James Lemieux. O'Connor bounces one off the boards. Shot blocked. Brendan Courtney. That one goes well high into the netting. Play stops, 1:45 to go in the second. Sullivan and Courtney. Attempted shot goes wide from Kamusian. Puck along the far side. Cross ice now to O'Connor as we have a spare stick on the ice. Sullivan tries to and gets it. Sullivan falling down. Able to slap one through past Harrington. 8-1 Spy Ponders. 7 goals within the span of a little under 13 and a half, or a little over 13 and a half minutes, I should say. Minute 25 to go in the second period. Puck work over to Coyote, gets it back. Lee Kennedy causing the turnover for Arlington, surrounded by Marauders, and Lee Sullivan swooping in before having it stolen away. Coyote cross ice, bounces off the far side boards. Puck kicked away a few times. Clock ticks just under a minute for the second period, 59.6 to be exact. Whistle blows the play dead. And all teams will line up. Spy Ponders taking the opportunity for a line change. As probably Fecto wins the faceoff. Looking for Courtney, but DiPlacido spirals one away. Under 45 seconds left in the period. Arlington putting some pressure on in Belmont's zone. William pitting it along. Offside Fecto. Belmont able to throw the puck back behind DiPlacido. O'Connor trying to contest. Attempted his centering pass. Taken away by Arlington. Put down by William going the other way. William with some space. Tries for some stick handling. Puck stays live. Shot by O'Connor, no good. Blocked away. Courtney tries to get to it, but stolen by Liam Tierney. And the clock will hit 0 on the second period. Belmont gets on the board. The only problem, Arlington is on the board 7 times for a score of 8-1. Going into the third period of action, the second intermission here at Ed Burns Arena. Seamus Sullivan, 2 goals. Armin Vartanian gets a second. Many great contributors for the Spy Ponders. 7 goals in the second period to turn what was a 1-goal game into absolute domination. So the final 15 minutes of regulation coming up. We will step aside for that second intermission. Jack Hughes here at ACMi Sports. Final period of action coming up. Stay tuned. And Arlington getting ready as well for a huge matchup in just 2 days at Reading. Reading currently leading the Middlesex Liberty division at 10-1-1 in the league play. But first, before Arlington gets a chance to prove they are the top dogs in Middlesex Liberty, and we'll have to finish out this game's second of the doubleheader. Puck behind DiPlacido in goal. And Belmont playing for pride here with a 7-goal deficit. And Arlington going the other way. Spy Ponders contesting. Charlie Fecto. Puck goes out to Kamusian. There'll be an icing call. There's Sean Gallagher thinking about chasing it down. Decided to back off. And clock remains running. Again with the 7-goal deficit. Arlington's highest scoring output this year was in the opening day game, December 13th against Wilmington. Scored 9 goals that game. But here's Kaiochi trying to change things. Circles around, gets it back out to the blue line. We're getting a pass back. Looks cross ice, bounces off the boards for Cam Burns. The only goal scorer for Belmont so far. Fotis taps it off. Looking for Ochi. Now Evan Rabb with some velocity. Contested well and pinned along the boards. Factow fighting for it with Fotis. Will be Rabb coming away with it. Looks like we have a glove dropped somewhere. Kennedy trying to get to the pass, but instead it's Burns. Burns tries for a nifty stick move. And the shot blocked. There'll be a couple one-taps before getting to Belmont. And ultimately settled by Garver. That one slapped in. DiPlacido making the stop. It'll be Seamus Sullivan getting it up to Kennedy. Back to Sullivan. Another shot goes high. We have a change in goal for Belmont. Number 25, Davey Miranda. Davey Miranda listed as a sophomore forward. Apologies, there is a chance my roster could be incorrect. My sincerest apologies in the case that it is. However, that is number 25 in goal for Belmont. Replacing Quinn Harrington after letting it 8 goals. Evan Rabb has the puck. Has it stolen away by Brendan Courtney. Now behind DiPlacido. Comes off the skate of Courtney. Will be blocked by the hand of Will Griebel, who had his first career goal against this very team on January 7th. As Courtney gets it, Dylan Courtney gets it on open ice. Has the puck stolen from him. Harrison Barmack looking cross ice. Puck goes out to Dylan Courtney. Crosses it over. A shot nearly kicked in but goes wide. And puck attempted to slap down the near side by Will Tasmer. Instead, the Spy Ponders will back it up. Get over Seamus Sullivan. Now looking for Kennedy. Kennedy tries to center one. Puck loose. To the left side, the Belmont goalie, Jack O'Connor cross ice. Looking over. Spy Ponders have it. The near side. Works out. Sullivan crosses ice with the skates. Looks for a centering pass, nearly redirected. Well, the Belmont going the other way, getting it into the neutral zone with Joseph Brodigan. We have Evan Rabb cross ice. Kennedy makes a juke. Now behind the goal. Approaching 9.5 minutes left in the game. As that one, Fecto trying to slap one through. Tasmer, a weak dribbler. On the stick of Liam Tierney. That one slapped all the way to DiPlacido. Now Dylan Courtney up the near side. Double teamed. Ultimately gets the puck to Fecto. Behind goal. Circles around. Gets back out to the blue line. Griebel cross ice. Courtney, shot. Oh, nearly off the post. Stays out just barely. The Marauders trying to take advantage the other way. Will turn it over. Now Courtney will tap it back. Now Griebel. Griebel will shoot it all the way up the ice, but it will be for an icing. 8:30 and counting down. Spy Ponders just one goal away from tying their season high in goals. Will be made more difficult by the presence of a running clock. As that shot blocked by the skate of a Belmont. Marauders still working with intensity. Seamus Sullivan will get the puck, get it right back. Now working in open ice. Gets it up to the near side. Looking cross ice for Kennedy. Puck will roam free. Now in open ice, it's Rafael Marquez. Puck pinned right in front of the benches. And now it's Thomas Courtney. Looking over off the pad of DiPlacido, off the rebound. No dice for Courtney. Fecto speeding down the near side, loses the puck, gets it back. No, has it stolen away. Garver looking up the ice. Will be a turnover. Griebel working with some speed, comes off the stick of Tasmer. Will be Tasmer trying to shoot one through, but comes off the skate of a defender and kicked up high and out of bounds. Clock now approaching 6:30. We have a stoppage in play. We have face-off in the Belmont zone. Seamus Sullivan will take the face-off. Just believe that's Peter Fotis. Will be one back by Fotis. Kennedy looking at the loose puck. Belmont the other way with Ochi. Looks to drop one off. Will be Arlington going the other way with Griebel. Griebel up the far side. Oh, through the legs! And tries to get a shot in as well. It comes off awkwardly. Belmont in open ice. Burns nearly makes the defender miss, but O'Connor gets a skate on it and now has a stick on it. Working up the near side. Tries to reverse course. Does. Centers it up. Looking for Fecto. Now Courtney behind goal. will be a line change for Belmont. As Courtney fires wide. Rab on the rebound. Double teamed, but keeping the puck on his stick. Vecto tries to slip one through, no dice. We worked up the near side boards. Now Burns. And come off the pad of DiPlacido. Puck drops loose. Spy Ponder Jack O'Connor, as well as James Lemieux take a dive. Puck behind DiPlacido. Now to Rab. Looking up for Courtney. Courtney near side. Gets it along the boards. Rab. Sides to reverse course. Looking for Sullivan. Said it's Tasmer. Now puck goes along the boards behind the goal. The Arlington maintaining possession with 4 minutes remaining. We have a whistle blown as there was a loose puck alongside the near side boards. We have a stoppage in play. 3:45 counting down. Arlington putting the finishing touches on currently an 8-1 score. Face off in the neutral zone, won by Sullivan. And Tasmer getting to O'Connor, who will sling it along the boards. Stopped by Marquez, but turned over. Shot. Tasmer off the pads. The Belmont with some speed the other way. Brodigan. His shot will be gloved and put down by DiPlacido. 3 minutes and counting down. As to be expected with a running clock, third period has gone extremely quickly at Burns Arena. Jack O'Connor looking up. Will be stolen away before Kennedy able to fully settle it down. Trying to get it off is Matthew Ho. How get another shot in. Come off the pads. And slung along the boards, near side to far side. Arlington one final. No, there's still 2 minutes, so perhaps not the final. One of the final few opportunities tying their season high in goals. Under 2 minutes. Now have it behind goal with Courtney. Courtney with some velocity along the boards. Tasmer skates in, surveys, fires off the post. A gasp from the Arlington bench. Spy Ponders trying to defend a Belmont break. Going the other way with Rowan. Rowan tries for a centering pass, but flung back in the other direction. Now behind their own goal. Belmont and Courtney, Thomas Courtney. No correction. That is John Connolly, captain, has it on his stick now. Parallel to the goal. Now behind goal. The Griebel pinning it along the boards. Another battle won by the Marauders. A juke back, but no goal, no shot. As Thomas Courtney thought he had one. On 45 seconds to go and counting down. Marauders get it into neutral zone. Stolen by O'Connor. Wide open break, shot, gloved, put down. And off the puck came loose after the whistle was blown. And the clock's still running. As we have number 16. Unfortunately, there is no number 16 listed in the Arlington High School roster that I've been given. There are a few names that do not have numbers associated with them. I'm assuming it's one of those. My sincerest apologies. But with that final stoppage of play, clock still runs, so it's 0. We had with 8 seconds remaining, basically the entire Arlington bench dissipating. And similar for Belmont, as they all go their own respective lines. Number 25, goalie subbing in. It's Miranda Harrington coming up to the front of the line for the post-game handshake. So Belmont will not tie their season high in goals. They will have to settle for an 8-1 domination of league rival Belmont. And they will try and take that momentum into their Friday night matchup at Reading. It'll be at 7:25 p.m. Belmont still looking for their 4th win of the year. Not find it here. Both teams headed back to their respective locker rooms. That will end the doubleheader here at Ed Burns Arena. The boys' side getting vengeance and then some for the girls' side. The girls, Belmont winning 5-2. Now on the boys' side, Arlington 8-1. About as much as you could ask for head coach John Missouri. They take this one home. That'll be the end of our coverage tonight. We thank you. It's been a long one here at Ed Burns Arena. I've been Jack Hughes for ACMi Sports, saying so long from Arlington. We will be back for more hockey coverage for the rest of this year. But for now, we will step aside for the final time tonight. Thank you so much for listening in, watching in. We appreciate you all, and we hope you all have a wonderful night.